Hello. Welcome back. I am back on Lava World. And I did one tiny thing in between. Was I added a steam turbine down here. So that I can make a little bit of power when I need to. A little bit extra. Honestly, I'm curious how many of these you can run off one of these. How much does this make? 5-second crafting time for 10,000 steam. Wish I could standardize the length of time. 60 steam, 60 seconds? What? Oh well. Anyway. What else do I need to make? What else do I need to do? I don't remember. I got one big drill. I think I need to start mining the tungsten. There's one over there. Is there any closer? No. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. 130. Well, that's not a lot. Look at that one. It's got 7.5 million. Okay. I guess I should at least go scope it out. So, how quickly do the worms show up and just eat all of it? They're not the fastest. Come on, guys. I just wanted to grab a little bit of ore. Alright, where's the edge of worm territory? I am nowhere near there. Can I hurt myself in this lava? No, you cannot hurt yourself with the lava at all. It's kind of disappointing. Alright, this is the edge of worm territory. No, right there. The thing I'm looking for is right there. Alright. So I should place some walls here as like a marker. This is worm territory. Get that point right there. Okay, yep. Edge of the line. Don't die to worm. That's what I'm hoping. Alright. Power. Delivered. Not sure if it ever actually had a liver. Okay, so is the thing here just that I have to accept that worm will destroy my stuff? That is a fact of life. And it will just need to be rebuilt all the time. I mean, I suppose that is kind of how it goes. Yeah, they don't fit. These are in my way. I don't want them there. Is that close enough? Will that reach? It does not. Now, what direction do I want to take this? Maybe just straight down to this way instead of heading out this way. Right, got that. I think I need more belts. I don't have nearly enough. Got kill the worm. If you kill the worm, do you take its territory? Does that territory become like yours? Oh look, I can see him. I can see him moving. Big guy. Did the worm. Wait a minute, is he going from that thing? You gonna go munch on my stuff? Where was that? Right here. Whoops. That was wrong. That was the wrong one. This one. That's the right one. Okay. I need more stuff. I don't have enough. Oh, he looked like he making a beeline for my stuff. Can't be having that. I don't have any regular guns on me. I think I have some up on the platform. I do. Platform I don't think is in orbit here, though. I don't think it is. I have disturbed a demolisher. That's not good. Kill it and the area is permanently yours. I see. Well, I don't want to lose my thing, so I'm gonna actually just pick it up. And take him this way. Oh, he's a big one. Uh-oh. Don't mind me. See, I'm outside your stuff now. Yep, you can eat those ones. I don't care. I just really didn't want you taking the big one. Okay, I see. This will require more thought. Also, that did not mine nearly enough. Yeah, that's fine. I don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's dealt with. I need guns. Lots of guns. And then build inside its territory to make it angry. And then shoot at it. Basically, like, just baiting it to attack you. Where'd the worm go? Wormy. He just stopped. Just sitting on it. Alright, get a couple more of those built. Head back here. Let's see. Oh boy, I need to set up some logistic things. I need my bots to take care of some stuff while I'm not there. Is the thing. Let's just cram them in here, I guess. I'm at this stage of the game now. I'm just gonna toss boxes everywhere until my bots take care of it. Thank you, guys. You're great. Well, I need more boxes. The two specific ones are gonna be the fighter chest and the requester chest. Let's go ahead and set that one up first. So 2 circuit types and a steel chest. So I need the steel chest being made first, then. Okay, steel chest. And I think all of them use a steel chest, so I think I can actually set this up as a small line that just takes steel. Why can't I just deliver steel down here? Well, I was gonna have my bots do it, but this one turns out to be really easy. No, that's a bad spot. There. Whoops. Those are the wrong things. I think I need to make a few more. Okay. Then that will drop the little chests on there. Then I can set up these ones to make the other parts. Now, how are things doing here? The worm is still just sitting on it. I'm gonna go put a radar up there so I can kind of keep tabs of what's happening. Is he still up there? No, it's gone. It just hadn't updated. Okay. I don't have enough of these. Could be the issue. Alright, so that means I gotta make those first. Do I even have 3 requester chests available? Is that a thing I even have here? Whoa, I actually did. How about those? Do I got those? How about this? Do I got that? Now, what do I need to make the other one? Is it the same thing just with that piece also? And steel. Okay. I don't think I have any of those. Go with the regular ones it is. Alright. Iron. Iron go here. Circuit. And was it gear? Was it a gear? I think it was a gear. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Nope, just that one. That was very incorrect. And the robot is not smart enough to know better. Or maybe they are. He seems to be doing a pretty good job already. I'm gonna take back that one. Build it next to this one. And that. Got it. Did they get it? Alright, it's making them. Just gonna let that run for a little bit. Do I have the stuff to make turrets here? I do. I don't really have the stuff to make good ammo for it, though. Well, I could. It looks like they just do more damage. There's one down this way. Is there? There is. Okay, resistances. Electric, 20%, explosion, 99%. Okay, poison and physical appear to be the two better ones. And I'm guessing the physical is a 5 straight reduction on damage and then 50% reduction past that. Okay, let's see how this little plant is going. Up to 21. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this one now. And set it to steel chest. There we go. Do I even need to use multiple anymore? Can I just get away with one requester chest now? Is that all that's actually needed? Because that's what it's looking like. I'm just gonna let it go for a bit and see. All right, that is working? It knows better, to a degree. It seems. I don't know how, but it do. All right, next parts. Gonna be a bunch of these for the 5. And what did they need in addition? Both circuit types. All right. Oh, I know there's simpler ways to handle something like this. It takes 2 other parts. I could set up something across here. Oops, too far. And then put a requester chest right there to feed to it. And then set these each to the different type of circuit. That way I'm only using 2 chests to feed all of them instead of a bunch of them. Okay. Got it. Not that one. Did I ever set up something grabbing these? I don't think I did. That needs to be a part of this. Nope, I did. It's right there. Okay, I did. So I need one to make long-handed inserters for me. I have one making fast inserters, apparently. What do the long ones take? So stupid gears. No, that's not gonna work. Screw it. Do it this way. Yep. Sometimes you just need it done. And then iron plate, iron gear. Iron plate, iron gear. Got it. And then a chest to drop them all into. Done. Hopefully. I hope that was enough. I hope I had any of these. Oh, good, I did. Yep, just let it fill. There's no need for me to, yeah, no need to put a cap on those. They'll get used. One way or another, they'll get used. Alright, now we can do this. And then the first one I'm going to want is this one, so that I can make more of them easily without running out. Will a substation fit here better? Will that just hit everything? Yes. Yes, it does. Why do anything else then? I was tempted to put one on the steel chest, and then I decided against it. Oops, I gotta feed it these too. I'd forgotten. It needs those as well. All right. It's all going. I'm just going to leave that to go. I guess I should probably stop these ones a bit earlier. I don't need 1,000 stacks of them. I'll use plenty of them, but I don't need that many. I forgot to put lights down. There. Now, back on Vulcanus. I do not have enough. Oh, that might give me enough. How many foundries does that put me at? I'm at 3. Iron stick. I need an iron stick. That's a lot of that. I don't need that much of it. These cliffs are really getting on my nerves. Okay, I'm gonna hook another one in. Now, what is this one gonna be? Molten copper from lava? Nope, molten iron. I mean, I should probably just reuse that one, but I can't reach it. Oh, wait, if I connect over here, I can. Yeah. Too close. This one's going to be... this one. That's what I'm looking for. Got it. That one's hooked up. Plenty of stick. I should never run out of stick now. I think I'm gonna have to make these here. I'm gonna have to tear all this up soon and redo it. Once I've built up a bit more components, yeah. Once I have a bit more components that I can use. Alright, I can put a quest chest right here feeding this. That's an option. With the stick in it. You're good. That's good. Stop. Alright, how are things going here? Do I have plenty of these? Nice. 100 of that. Nearly 100 of that. Getting there. I have 99 of those. 100 of those, actually. Okay, so I need to make a request here for items. Not enough to fill one rocket. I don't really want them anymore. What else can I send up? I could send engines. I do need some of those. They're not exactly simple to make. I'll send an extra 100, I guess. Not enough to fill one rocket. Okay. I must have never put thing down for it. Where is it? Right there. Yeah, I might as well set up for both of them then. Whoop, too far. A little bit too far. I should change these into provider chests, I think. No, at least there's never anything trying to just shove parts into it. Alright, I should probably start research back up. Let's get the uranium ammo. I think I could probably get away with making some of that. I think the research might take a little bit, but it's one that I need for this planet, I think. How much 238 do I have? I might just need to start using it just for that purpose. Like I'm running out of space. I have 176 of 235. And nearly 10,000 of 238. So yes, I'm going to want to make that into ammo. There they are. I could just throw it on right there. A little early to be doing that. Not even complete on this. 31 minutes, really? So faster than I thought I was going to be. Missing entity for construction. What is it? Oh. Do that one then. Yeah, that's probably a good item to send, I think. They're a little bit more complicated to make. Oh. Yeah, it requires the engine piece, and I could make those here, but it would require me to set up a bunch of foundries first. And these I need steel. Yeah, probably not gonna want to do that right now. So I think I'm nearly at the point I can start making a bunch of this stuff here. Just kind of gotta make sure that I'm thinking about this the right way. I'm gonna make one more of these just to have it. I might need to expand it down south a little bit. And what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Iron plates, copper cable. I can do that with some foundries easy enough. I guess I kind of need to set up a bus here, don't I? The space through here might work well enough. I got him. No need to worry. Alright, let's move 2 other lines down here. It just takes the same thing. This one spits out more stone. It's kind of interesting. I have no idea how I want to set this up. Sure, I guess. And then I need another one set up. I have no idea how far away. I guess if it's producing stone, I need to get rid of those. Pull those out behind it. I think that should work. That piece there. That there. Another one. I'll go ahead and copy that and then change it. Okay, that one's copper. Iron. Hope I don't get them mixed up. Do I have another offshore pump? I do. I'll just do that then. Let's place another one. Okay, and then I just gotta feed it calcite, and that's it. Got it, got it. And it uses such a tiny amount of it. Just barely even a concern. I'm just gonna dump this into landfill, I think. What was the other option? Foundation? No, I don't think I have that yet. It's a thing that I'll be able to make to cover the lava. Alright, there's those. Now what is this piece gonna be? I do need to make more belts. I should probably just do that real quick. Well, maybe once I can. Better off doing that by hand then. Do you have anything making gears up here? It does not appear so. I might just build a separate line for gears here. If it's one of the things foundries can do. Like, I might just make everything the foundry can do its own line on the bus. Oh, I suppose one reason to have done it the other way would have been to get the extra parts. If I would have been thinking at all. It give you more. It just gives you more. All kinds more. Gone now. I will never get those ones again. Mmm, crunchy. Alright, so the copper one I can only really use to make 2 items, I think. Is that how many it was? Yeah, there's really only 2 that make use of copper. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, this one uses copper. Let's use a plastic, though. Alright, there are 3 that use copper, and the rest of them use iron. I think I'm just gonna have to make some of these. Or maybe I actually wanted it to make pipes. Yeah, it can just make pipe. Okay. Yeah, make me some pipe. I need all kinds of it. And as soon as I have another foundry, I can have it make the curved pipes. Oh, I think that's enough. That's enough of that. Yeah, where is it? There. Okay. And then I need to add that. And then we wait. We wait. I'm impatient. Alright, that's 2 more. So then it would be foundry. Does this require... Yes, it requires more iron. Alright. Not too bad. I've got a few left. Enough to at least get this done. Aha! Getting there. I don't think that's really what I want either, is it? I don't know what I want there. Maybe just this one. I know it's out of range. It's right on the edge of the range. Alright, that should be plenty. For probably the majority of my time here. Right up until I start doing the big expanding. Now, I need one to make gears. I'm just gonna pop this one right on here. Why do much different? When slap it on and rotate, it works just fine. Nice, it reached. Yay. Oops, I forgot to put one of those on here. Yeah, that should keep it busy for a bit. I don't see any big worm. No big worms in the area. I should have the platform ask for more robots. I do not have enough. Where is it? Here they are. Yeah, send me additional 200. Get myself a couple additional guns. I don't think there's any uranium on this planet, is there? So any uranium I want to use for ammo will need to be brought here. Let's see. Uranium rounds require 1 238 and 1 piercing round. The rocket capacity for 238 is 20. The capacity for uranium ammo is 25. So it's more space efficient to make the rounds and send them. Oof. That sucks. I think I'd better just start making these ones here. Okay, that's enough of that for now. Alright, and then I'll have them come pick these up. I mean, I guess that works too. I didn't mean that way, but sure. That's what you want to do. Uh-huh. Vulcanus. Vulcan. Sure, for now I'm just gonna name it that, I guess. Because it's kind of specific to this planet. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure these things out. What's the best way to organize them? Because I have ones like this, where it feels like there's too much in there. But I feel like having too many groups just overcomplicates this whole thing. Nope. I need to sit and think about these, maybe write some down. How I want those to go. Okay, what is up here? I need to go and check how many more stuff I need. More foundries. Because that's what I need. More of these. All the time. Constantly. Oh, there we go. I am so glad I brought the logistic bots with me. Oh boy, it's just a lot going on to not have them. I know I can hook them into each other, but do I have to? Bullets. Currently researching uranium bullets. That's the route I'm gonna go with. Shoot it until it dies. Okay, let's see. I got 2 foundries here. I'll go ahead and set these 2 up for the copper stuff here. And cable. Because I went with just gonna roll with these ones automatically. All the ones that I can make from the foundry, I'm just gonna make belts for. Nope, that don't work. Turret spam. I can put way more bullet on point. The more bullet I can throw at it, the better. 50 turrets at once. Unless there is a minigun in there that I am unaware of. I have rocket launcher, which will do some damage if I use rocket regular. 200 plus 60 explosion. It's immune to the explosion, but the 200 damage might be good. What do I need to make the explosives? Because I might just do that instead. I'd be willing to try that out. Maybe the capsules could help. I've never used them before. Figure if nothing else, maybe it'll distract them? I don't know if I have to distract them. Maybe the smaller worms will be easier to take out with handheld weaponry. 1,000 damage. That's a lot. I do not have a tank. Maybe I should build a tank? I'd probably get crushed. Where is it? Right there. I need engines. 32 engine? I see. So I cannot make these ones by hand, I guess. Well, it's a good thing I carry an assembler with me. And I can just tell it to do it then. No, it's the engine part, not the tank itself. There we go. Personal discharge defense. Now, does that stun enemies in addition to damaging them? This is a big bus. Big bus. That's a ton of room. Eh. I'll try it. See how it goes. Maybe it's too much, maybe it's not. We'll find out. Three engines, really? Oh, this is gonna take a bit. I thought I could make them by hand, but apparently I can't. Cannot be crafted by hand. I can't make an engine by hand, apparently. Who'da guessed? Okay, explosives then. Coal, sulfur, and water. I have, like, sulfuric acid, but I don't have sulfur. How do I reverse that process? Huh. Maybe I can't. No, wait. I've picked up copper. Or, not copper. Sulfur. Well, I've been doing things. Okay. That just means I need to go find the other parts. Water. On a lava planet. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, it's made in the chemical plant. That would explain why. And then it's coal and sulfur. I'll just set up a chest on this. Alright, got it. Yes, I know I'm in the way. Just fill it. I just need some explosives. They're weak to high amounts of electric damage. Discharge can hit multiple segments at once. Oh, interesting. I think the one issue I have with it is it seems to require a remote. How does that work? Also, can I take it down with rockets? I'm willing to try. Maybe the small one? Well, I don't take very many of those, actually. That's a very cheap recipe. I don't have any more foundries, do I? Nope. All out. All out once again. $32. It's not very many. No. That's a horrible idea. I'm go for the worst one. There. Got more. Alright, rockets. 200 plus 60 explosion. Now, if I shoot at this thing, will it just keep charging at me till I die? So I have to be willing to end it once I start it. I don't feel like that's going to do a whole lot. Cannon shells require plastic. I don't really have plastic here yet. I need to break that heavy oil down so I can make petroleum. I can't even reach that one. Nope, I got it first. Come on, catch me. Catch me if you can. Oops. Yeah, I only want the tungsten part. You guys can keep the rest. I don't want that part. Oh, come on, just park it. Okay, uranium ammo has been researched. Uranium tank shell. Oh my. It'll chase you for a little while out of territory and then give up and leave if you're not damaging it. Okay. I think the one thing I'm realizing would be the danger in using the tank would be a lack of maneuverability. With how many cliffs and small paths there are, it feels like a pretty dangerous one if the demolisher can just go straight through it. Alright, let's check out here so that I can set up. These are already in provider chests, so I should just be able to set one up here. Grab from this belt of ammo. Set this to uranium ammo. For 238. And then stow that in there. Actually, I'm gonna move it. I don't want to have to place another thing for that. Yeah. Alright, that one. Then another one to put the ammo into. Right there. And so I remember, I want to make this a different color. Sure, bright green. Because uranium, I guess. Sure. Uranium non-explosive cannon can damage it from the tail, which is very safe compared to the head. They might even die before getting a chance to fight back. If I have enough physical damage research. Okay. When I was looking at the resistances on the worm, it looked like it said 5/50%. And I'm assuming what that means is it's a straight 5 damage reduction, and then 50% of any damage physical past that. That's at least what I'm assuming that means. I think I forgot. I'm not actually making these things here. That's kind of an important part I need to remember. What is the recipe to make them? It feels like a lot. It is a lot. That's the thing. I hope it knows which one to grab. I'm hoping. And what was the other things? That one and gears. Gear. And red circuit. Then toss it in a chest and call it good. Throw it in a box. Done. Oh, the head has different resistances. Okay. Yeah, I think I was looking at the middle of the body when I was checking it. All right. It's how to upgrade them. As it can. Now that it can. Stone full? That is full. Nice. Well, I'll just let this one continue. Head is like 0.50. Okay, interesting. I was thinking it would be stronger. Uh-oh, rocket fuel. Oh, no, it's still making some. It's going a bit slow. Why is that? I think it might just be going slow. That's all. It has to be made from solid fuel plus light oil. That's not gonna work. But I might be able to make something like this work. Okay. And put that in there. Oh, I guess that one didn't matter. Alright, there. I hope that helps. Well, you know, after I actually put this on, might. Alright. And then we wait and see. Am I able to put modules in these from here? Is that a thing I can do? Just... Nice. You totally can. That's cool. Did I ever set those up? Nope, I did not. I might want to do that. I do not need all of them. The only differences between head and body that are important are that the head is the only spot that can be practically damaged from explosive type. It also is relatively more damaged from poison. I've never used poison. Isn't that like a capsule? There's a poison capsule. Yeah, right here, poison capsule. Wait a minute. 11 area of effect size. At a speed of 2 per second. 8 poison damage. Would that mean with a creature that takes up more spots, it would be taking, you know, like a scaling amount of damage with that? Cluster grenades. I've made a whole 28 rounds of ammo. This one may take a bit. Well, I've doubled production on this and it's barely affected it, so that's a good sign, I guess. Alright, continuing. What was the next thing I was doing? Alright, making a lot more of these. Because I need a ton of them. I don't have regular concrete right now, do I? Where did I put that? I think I deleted it for right now. Yeah, I need to redo this. This is a mess. Taking the engine back, taking that, taking this. Robot, you wanna come pick this up, please? I don't need it. No, no, not you guys. Stop it. Poison damage can be used... Poison capsules can be used to do more damage on top of other sources, but isn't enough on its own. Okay. Guys, what did I say? Stop it. Stop. Stop. I'm trying to, like, work and do stuff, and you're just constantly throwing crap into my inventory. And then, whatever. I'll just break it then, if that's what you're gonna do. Let me move this forward a little bit. No, I don't need to place all of those at once. That's not a great idea. All right. That one. Hook that one up. And then steel. You know, just go ahead and add steel into the mix. Alright, got those two up. Let's sit in the center of it, but not enough, really. Alright. You use poison capsules for clearing out the Nave swarms early on. Okay. Alright. So one of the things I was going to start doing is I needed to start making the circuit boards. I need to kind of find a decent spot I can cram that in here. Alright, there's nothing else in there. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to start this thing, so it'd make me some ammo. This one. I don't know how much of that I actually need, though. Maybe not a ton. Well, maybe I do need a ton. How do I use this? Can I just shoot it? How do I shoot? I never remember what the button is. Shoot, 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 shoot gun. Oh, there we go. If I hold shift, it lets me fire. Well, I guess it lets me fire at items that have health, at least. Yeah, I kind of wish there was like a cannon turret. Like an auto cannon turret would be nice. Well, worst case, throw a tank at it. I don't know how many shells I'll actually get a chance to fire off, but it's worth a shot. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so spacebar will work if it's a legitimate target within range. Otherwise, shift space to force it to fire. That one requires cannon shell anyway. I wish we get super prepared for this thing and just kill it within a few seconds. I really didn't need to put that one there. Not in any way. That was not required. I wonder how landmines would do. Do landmines stun them? Oh, they're all full. Full of junk. Alright, let's check over on Novice what I have here. How much ammo did I make? Where is it? I always forget where my stuff is. Ah, there it is. They have an AoE tag. Once they are aggroed and in range, and they will detonate mines early. Oh. Oh, that's good to know. If you lay down a big enough field, quite large, they might be effective. Oh, okay. Well, my current goal is to at least produce some uranium rounds. Maybe I need to just send uranium cannon shells. Suppose I could do that. What do I need to make these? Plastic bar and explosive. Now, where's my explosives being made? They're somewhere around here. Right there. And I have one doing landmines right now. And that's already on a chest, so I don't require it. I'll go ahead and just place one over here with this one. That I can take from that same uranium chest. No, wait. I'm overthinking. I need to do it this way, actually. Nope. I like the green ones because they're fancy. I actually don't know if they are a small or medium demolisher. I don't really know what the sizes are. If I just hover over them, does it tell me? Also, how much projectile damage should I have? What's the stuff I can get here? Rocket fuel productivity. That's kind of cool. Epic quality. Belt capacity, stack inserter. Ooh, the rocket turret. Advanced roboport, lightning collector. Ooh, that sounds fun. Tesla weapons. Oh. There'll be 5, maybe 6 small ones around me, and then a ring of mediums, and then the big ones. Okay. So it kind of goes out in ramping difficulty the further you are from your base. What is this one? Is that for all of them? Is that just for the blue? Atomic bomb. How good does this work against them? Honestly, doesn't look like it would do that well. Robot speed. Size is based on rough distance from spawn. Okay, that makes sense. Robot speed, go! I don't want that one, I want this one. Okay, I'll make a few cannon shells here just to have, and I'm going to start production of them on this planet so that I can send some good ones over. And cannon shell, that takes 3 components. That was steel. Plastic and explosive. I don't know if I actually ever set up something for plastic. I think I did, but I don't know where. I have no idea where. Did I? I might not have. Maybe it's just grabbing what I've left in the system over time. I'm gonna go ahead and place one up here just in case. For a big demolisher, atomic bomb to the face takes 2 to 3 to kill. Not gonna lie, that's pretty intense. For you to shrug off at least one. Needs to be the face specifically because of lack of explosive resistance. Well, less resistance compared to the rest of the body. I like that the green actually colors the area. It's really cool. Alright, uranium cannon shells. Let's go. Now where is my boxes? Right here. There they are. I mean, I don't think I need an entire chest full of uranium shells, but you know, I guess it wouldn't hurt. These take a while. Would it be worth putting quality modules on these? How much extra damage would that be? Whoa. It can go up to over double. That might actually be worth it. I'd have to do it on this one, probably, because it seems like if you set it up on a previous part and want to use it in the next part, then you need to specifically set the recipe to that. Like uncommon quality recipe. So I would need to set it on this one. Do I have any sitting down here? I guess I could set up a chest here now. Maybe this one's good to start actually finishing these. Okay, it needs, I think it's red ones, blue ones, and then the first module type. Right there. Oops. Nope. I have one rare module right there. I'm going to see if I can specifically ask for that one to be placed in here. So if I select this and I select the rare one, and I go to here, I specifically want that one grabbed and placed in there. Oh, you grabbed it. Quality not worth it in temporary stuff like ammo or research. Yes. I just don't really have a lot to do much else with. And this kind of lets me get a feel for how it works with a consumable item, because I don't have recycling yet. I might research Fulgora next, just so that I can get the recycling tech. Because once I have recycling tech, then I can make loops to churn through and do quality stuff. Yes, equipment is a much better use of the quality system. Those don't go in there. What are you doing putting those in there? Oh, they gave me a couple. Oh, I must have built the tank. I did. It's right here. Well, I'm ready to go for a little drive. I need some fuel for it first. What do I got for some good fuel? I think the carbon might be a better source. Is it? Is it? Wait a minute. 4 and 2. It's not. Huh. Wait, equipment grid. I always forget that vehicles can use equipment. Well, to be fair, back when I played last, they definitely didn't. Interesting. I don't know if a shield is going to help against that thing. You know, just being honest, I don't think a shield is going to help a whole lot. I'll toss one in it though, if I need to. What else could I put on it? Flame ain't gonna help. Just make it angry. I don't really have anything else I can really put on it yet. I didn't really think to bring much to put on it. And then ammo, cannon shells. It might help a little. I need batteries. I'm gonna make a shield. Batteries are made with iron, copper, and sulfuric acid. They can probably make enough to get it built. Oh, really? Exoskeletons can go in it to go faster? I had no idea. That's very funny. It sprouts legs and starts running. Yeah, I need to put some energy in it first if I'm gonna do any of that. Suppose I could grab some parts off me. No, don't risk that. I think I'm gonna go with the save and then just go rush into enemy territory and hope for the best. This is gonna go terrible. I just have a bad feeling about it. Alright, where are you at? Oh, there he is. Well, that don't hit. Come on, buddy. Come give chase. Oh, yes, you hate that I'm building stuff over here, don't you? That makes you so angry. Oh, look at him. He's so mad at me. Choose my battleground. This place looks kind of flat. Hey buddy, I'm over here. What you doing? Huh? What you doing? Hey, what up? Okay. I didn't realize that's how that worked. Well. Lava. He has an AoE attack. Oh god. Wow. Okay. I got an achievement for that. What in the world achievement did I just get? Golem. Survive a hit of 500 damage or more. I don't think I survived. Alright. I need to reassess how to do that because, whoa. Okay. Wow. So that AoE attack is something else. Comment. Yeah, I remember seeing the AoE, but when you commented on it, but I hadn't seen it in person yet, and it's way more intense than I thought it would be. I won't lie. Every loss is a learning moment. It sure is. The thing I learned there is more distance. Oh, where's my artillery? Gee, when do I get access to artillery? Yeah, okay. Yep. I just want to drop some of these right on it. Actually, I'm curious how well those actually do. 1,000 physical, 1,000 explosive, with a 4 area effect. Wow, they actually cost tungsten plates now. Looks like regular cannon shells don't really do enough damage. Yeah. I think if I'm going to attack it with the cannon, it's gonna have to be uranium shells. And the rockets honestly seem like they had a bit further range. I think they might not have a range, by the looks of it. Projectile range 30. It has no projectile range on it. Okay. Huh. The best weapon against them is from the last planet, the personal railgun. Oh, nice. You know, that might be another solution as well, is just kind of get behind them instead. I'll have to try a few things. Right now, I'm gonna have to be a little more content with just sneaking into their territory, build a bunch of stuff, and then run away really quick. Actually, I should probably clear this all out. This will get me in trouble. At some point in the future, maybe not now, but at some point, it will cause problems. I'll build 2 more of these. In your playthrough, you killed just enough of the small and mediums to have enough room for building. Oh, and when do I get the cliff explosives? You know, talking about room for building, when do I get those? Okay, I need that, and then I can get... Okay, I need to just rush for that. Alright. In fact, robots, I think I might put you on the back burner. Will this hold how much I've researched? Well, I guess I'm gonna find out. It does. Okay. I need to get to that item. And I'm just gonna let stuff accumulate back home while I work on it. Oh, nice, it reached. I love it when they reach. It's great. Perfect. I'm gonna put that one right outside of that. I don't want them rebuilding that yet. Ammo category rocket? What? I want these. I want the rocket turret. That one has a range of 36. I see. Why isn't it placed on this one? Maybe the Spidertron has a different range. It sits higher, it would make sense. Might not be, though. Your first playthrough, you went to Gleba first and ran around with a discharged nuke spider on Vulcanus. I mean, that sounds pretty good. I might just research the other planets soon and establish little footholds on each. I don't need to finish a planet to kind of get started on another. It makes it easier, that's for sure. Oh, and actually, I think I was thinking about the other night was rebuilding a version of my ship that I have in orbit. Building another platform with another copy just like it. Just so that I have another one to use in other places. Because it seems to be good enough for traveling like that. Not those. I'm hanging on to those. Oh shoot, I never hooked this one up. Alright, radar. Check. Okay. Get each base up, get 1000k science, or 1k science on each. Just enough rolling in. And then prepare for Aquila. I see. Alright, I'm gonna wander into territory again. It depends on how damage works. Do you have to destroy all of its segments to kill it, or do you just need to provide enough damage to a particular segment? How does the health system for it work? I need just to stand closer. They're gonna be forever if I just sit here waiting. I do this as well. This might help. You know, in order for that to work, I gotta kind of wander outside the range. There we go. So now they don't know what to do, and they're like, oh no. What? Yeah, whatever. I'll just follow you all the way back then. Whoa, I got a lot of these now. That's what I need. Are you done yet? I don't want to wait all day. Come on, there's only 2 left. There you go. Thank you. Demolisher has 1 big shared health pool. Okay, so hitting more segments, if you could maximize damage on the segments, will do more damage to them. Well, there's a lot playing into that, depending on resistances of each piece. So it's a little more complicated than just that, I guess. What was it I needed to make the concrete again? The regular one. It was a foundry recipe, wasn't it? I just don't remember what it was. Stone brick, molten iron, and water. Oh. Yeah, I'll just slap it on here. Right here. Perfect. That works. Got it. I still need to get water over, but that's not that bad. Oh, come on. There's a cliff in the way. No, there wasn't. Nope. Nope and nope. So it has to be like this. Okay. I got it hooked up at least. There. Got it. Alright, now I just gotta route it over to this one and toss it in. I might have a problem. They've vastly overcomplicated this thing. Nope, that won't work. Actually, maybe if I do this. Okay, and that one drops it there. Then I can take this. I'm gonna move it to here. Sure. Yep. Yep. This'll work. Yep. I sure hope this works. Take that. No, stop it. Let me just take this. Can I turn that off and they'll stop doing that? Nope, they will not. They still want it. I told them no, they didn't care. I don't want any more. It's like, if they're just gonna do that, then I'm just gonna break it and take it. There. Alright, so route this around to here that I can output from that. Oh, what a mess I have made. Great big glorious mess. And got it. Alright, let's put this down so it takes up a little bit more space. Or I can fit more on a belt. Something, something, something. There. And then a provider chest right there. And done. Reinforced. So I need to figure out how to get the other thing to it. Can I reach from there? I could do that. Sure, let's do that then. Yep. Let's require the bots way too much for this than we should. This is a great idea. This absolutely won't have consequences in the future. Me having to rely too much on the bots. That they then view me as redundant. Okay, what's next? Now, all kinds of that stuff being made. One of the next things I need to make is that metallurgic thingy. The thing that does metallurgy. It needed that piece. So in a foundry, tungsten ore, and molten iron. That's not too bad. You should be able to do that right here. There. Yeah. Let's do this. Nope. And did I accidentally feed it all of it? I did. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna go collect a little more. There's so many rock types here I don't want. And it takes 4 of the ore to make that. Let's see, can I make a couple more of these? I can. Okay, I'm just gonna throw a couple more of these up. They're just way too useful not to. I'm gonna have to start thinking about more robots soon as well. I am kind of running low. Alright, let's feed it, see what happens. Now got it. Alright. So the next thing I'm gonna want... What does this do? Oh. Oh my. Okay. That would be really useful. But that's not what I'm looking for right now. Asteroid reprocessing? Huh? Turns it into a different one. That's weird. Okay, I could see that being useful though. It would be a way of minimizing the number of asteroid collectors you need, I think. Maybe? I want this part. I want it. I do not have the stuff to do it yet, though. It requires you to have the military science pack, but the military science pack is not required to research it. It feels a little silly. Alright, I'm gonna set this back on. Where are they going? Why do they feel this need to fly so far away? Here, I'll stand close for you. That actually seems really simple in comparison to so many others. 2 parts from the same ore and then a molten thing. Yeah, I guess at least it's copper. I didn't have much other use for copper. And I guess I should start production of stuff for this if I can. Okay, let's see. This is gonna get gross and very ugly. So one of the first things I'm gonna need is a spot for some green circuit boards, I think. I'm gonna need the wire and the iron. No, I'm gonna use both. I can't remember how many. No, actually, with that few required, I think I can just keep them on the same belt. I think a single 15 items per second. That's gonna go through 6 copper cable. No, the copper is gonna be on its own. That's too much. Okay. And it'll probably want to be at the front, too. Okay, got that one. And this one's going to be attached to this. Sure, whatever, it's fine. Just build more of that. You're good. Usually I wouldn't do them that way, but I did this time. Let me use some of these. I have plenty of them. I'm gonna go for old super lazy. I don't have any lights. I didn't bring any. But I want some. You need lights. What else are you gonna see? I could probably fit one more. Yeah, I can fit one more. Alright, those ones are good. I have green circuits being produced on planet now. Okay, new foundry. What else do I have that needs the copper? The only other thing I think it was this, but that uses both. Plus plastic. And this, but that uses tungsten. Okay, so these two I'm going to do elsewhere, not with this group. That's going to be done somewhere else. Yep. I guess I'll just add more on here. Need a foundry right there for... Yeah, we'll add the gear in. And the sticks. I'm just gonna do all of the foundry recipes on their own belt. I don't know why, it just felt like a good idea. It might not be, but it's what I'm doing. Alright, got that one. Whoops. Gotta fix that. Don't need that one. Actually, probably remove that one and move it elsewhere. Like up here, a little further away. Okay, good. How's my power doing, actually? All over the place. So the steam turbines are topping out. They can't do more. But that is a very good source. So I think I'm going to go ahead and replicate one of these elsewhere. So then I can just have a little power system. I just need a good spot for calcite. You know what? Actually, I've got some stuff down here. I'm just going to pull that over here. That down there. And then I've got lava right there. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. That lets me separate it from everything else. They're still grabbing those out of my inventory. Well, they're trying their best. They're doing everything they can. I don't need this anymore. I think I do need quite a few more bots sent over. Let's check the platform. I had it sent over... It's sent over 150 up to the platform so far. I'm having it send out 50 and 200 of the belt type. What else do I want to send? What else might I need? I was going to send uranium shells. I think I might just wait on that. I don't think the flamethrower would do much against the worm. I think it would probably just be annoyed by such a thing. You know what, just bring ammo up. And 100 shells, uranium cannon ammo. Oh, and actually, probably a bit more of this. And these... Well, actually not as much of those. I think I need the accumulators more. They kind of help with easing power usage and drops. I wonder if I just drop some in here, that they'll start using that one. Or I can just do this. There's no reason for me to even think that far on it. I can just toss them all in there like that. Hmm? Oh, nice. That's a ton of it. Alright, that's quite a few foundries. And I think I just needed one more down here. Or that piece. Okay, then we're just gonna copy this. Why not? Probably because there's a thing in the way. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy a smaller portion of it instead. Okay, wow, those don't those look very barren on the belt. There wasn't really anything else for these ones. Both of them were things that required a different approach. Any belts? Yeah, I know that's the wrong way to do it. I want a foundry to make them. I have foundry. I have multiple parts and pieces to do this correctly. Because I think it's just these two, isn't it? Yeah, it's just that and iron. That's all. Whoa, that was quick. I forget how quick it is. Like, it's kind of silly levels of quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is right in my way. Perfectly right in my way. All right, got it. Okay, bus network is started on Vulcanus, finally. I have 1, 2, 7 belts of materials. Nice. It's coming along. I'll get there before I know it. Where? I have no idea. I'm already on hell. Molten iron, molten copper. So that's the one that I'm gonna want that coal liquefaction one for, probably. I mean, well, I don't require it. I could just use oil refineries and break it down. Yeah, the simple coal liquefaction. Because then I can take the heavy oil and produce it into something else. Well, thank you for that. Thank you, and welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go with making use of the simple one until I can produce the other one. Maybe the bots can help. This is getting very all over the place. Gonna set up a new derrick. Yep. This is fine. Need the lube for belt making. Okay. That does make sense. It was getting in the way of that one. I wanted to hook it up. All right. Just gotta hook it up. And then it needs 2 boxes. Well, it needs 1 box. As I've been finding out as I actually do this more. I only need the 1. It was coal and calcite, wasn't it? Yes. I have a box set up for calcite, right? I think I do. If I don't, I should. I don't see one. I think I might need to add one. Sure, just, yep. Oh, and then I picked the one spot where there wasn't a thing. Yep, this is probably a terrible, terrible way to do this, but still doing it. Okay, so that's gonna make me some heavy oil. Gonna let it output to this, maybe. Okay, it is. And then I need to send that through. Oh, what am I trying to make from this? Plastic. I need to get to plastic. I need petroleum gas. So I have to crack these materials down. Steam condensation is the way that I can get the other part that I need. So I need to be making steam right here. I think that's the chemical plant. Sulfuric acid and calcite. Okay, so if I take this part and then just set this down a little bit, I'll hook this one up to this. Steam. And then attach pipe in. Boom. Got it. Coal liquefaction and then crack it. All right. Well, let's get cracking. Let me actually move this over here a little bit. I'm just running out of space for everything. I suppose it also kind of gives me a spot for more steam. More power. Alright, we got water. And then we want to do heavy oil cracking. I don't want that one there. I set it up like that, flip this around, hook it up, and then hook it up. Not perfect, but it will work. Go the other way. Oh. Yes. You know what? Let's not do that. Okay, what did I just do? Give me a second, I'm trying to figure out what I just did. Okay, got it. There we go. All right. That worked. Yeah, we just need to pick up the whole building and now rotate it 90 degrees. And everybody just looks at you like you're insane. What if we just take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else? Oh, I got faster bots now. I'll wait on those. Alright, then next level, cracking. It'll be fine in there. No, that was very wrong. Other direction. I'm so used to doing them pointing north-south. Ooh. Nice. Buffer. Right between. Okay, now we got petroleum gas. I'm gonna take that maybe down a little bit. There's so many cliffs to work around. Because I think it's just this into a chemical plant to make plastic, isn't it? No, it takes coal as well. Okay, so I gotta get coal over here. Or I need to get that over here. One or the other. I think it might be easier to get the coal over there. Worst case, it's always more belts I can reuse later. No, we're not doing that. I guess I'll just make it in here. Oh, I only got one of these left. Well, it's a good thing I'm using it then right now. Because I'm going to have to start making more soon. And the 10 that I brought worked. I probably should have brought more. Can I make more yet? I can. Oh. Alright, I'll just start making more. In that case, I'm going to turn this around. And place a couple. I probably can't place too many. I don't know if that one is going to be able to do a whole lot. I'll start with 3. It's going to be too close. Just slightly. Okay, plastic and plastic. 1 and 20 for 2. Okay. And I'll output that to another belt. And we've at least got that started. Foundries can build belts with automatic productivity. Oh, that's true. I should have them building some of the upgraded belts. I hadn't even thought of that. Thank you. I feel like I'm just trying to run around everywhere and get to everything all at once. Boop. Yeah, because I can make these ones. And then I can just throw a ton of gears in it. Like right here. Yep, just grab them all. Fill up. Fill it up. That one. And another foundry I will just set there. For right now. I didn't feel like placing it somewhere else. Feed it into there. At least enough to get this primed and going. Only make that many at a time? Really? Oh wow, that chews through them fast. I see. You're importing blue belts. Unlock the turbo belt. Ooh. Okay. I've seen that one in the list, but I do not have it yet. But it looked pretty good. This one. So it requires about the same things as you would use to make the blue one, but with the additional tungsten. Okay. It's not too bad. Is that good enough? Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, toss them ones in a box. All good from there. Let that accumulate. And I am going to need to feed something else over here to this, but I will just do this for now. Got it. Alright, there we go. Get those started. True, gotta get that science started so I can ship it back. I need to get production for the other things done here so that I can even ship it back. Because I do not have the rocket operational. At all. I am not making blue circuits here. I have green circuits being built now. And what does the next one require? What does that need? Copper cable, circuit, plastic bar. Okay, so I need the plastic for that. I don't know if that's actually going to reach. Just kind of trying to route them down. I can route them over to here. Ish. Too far. It's a very long roundabout route. I really need the cliff explosives. It'll make this a little bit easier. No more undergrounds. Oh, that's what happened. I see. I ran out. Okay, and the other one takes in 3 parts as well. 4 cable, 2 circuit, 2 plastic bar. All right. I don't know what's going to be the best way to organize this. I'm just going to make them and go from there, I guess. Alright, so I've got those ones. I'm going to set this up kind of similar to the one down there. Right, one of the major differences would just be that there's going to be another belt in the top. Alright. So, wire and circuit board. These ones will go through here. Right after I have enough belt. Actually do anything. Okay, and the next one is right there. Alright. Delete a couple of those, delete a couple of those. No, not like that. Nope, not like that either. Alright, there's that one. And then the plastic. How many of these do I got now? Okay, I got him out. I got a little under 500. So probably enough I can start. I'm gonna maybe expand this copper one first, because this is struggling to keep up. Oh, and I guess the other positive is that it will give me back the original belts. Oh god, don't do that. Just grab this. I ain't sitting and waiting for you to do that. Okay, that's not fully enough yet, but... because I need to start making the other parts and pieces. Thankfully, it looks like all those really require is... well, the additional iron gears is a big part. And those electronic circuits probably won't be too difficult. I think I'm going to go ahead and shunt off a piece here. And take that over and set up a more permanent belt making system. I'm gonna make sure what I got up here. Grab a couple more of these from my inventory. Gotta make sure I have plenty. Nope. All right, there's that one and that one. Slowly get them upgraded. Uh-oh. I ran out of power. Oops. That was an oopsie. I'm gonna go hook it up to some of this, actually. I didn't really need to do that. Could have just done this. Turbine, turbine? Where's my turbine? There it is. Hook it up. Said hook it up. Nope, still wrong. Moderately better. Yet really looking forward to that whole cliff explosive thing. Seeming really nice right about now. Oh, I got two. Okay, that should give me a little bit more power. There we go. That's an extra 15 megawatts. You know, provided it keeps up. We'll see. I haven't fully figured out that part of the equation. It looks like I could very well need more of these. It really chews through them pretty quick. I haven't used this one at all. Maybe just make a second one of this instead. Maybe that'd be more use. I think I am gonna do that. No, not that. I want this. I don't know what I was thinking there for a second. Alright, there we go. Actually, I want to merge them. Would be a good use. Needs dedicated gear maker for mass belts. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely how it's feeling. Look how slow it's going. It's very silly. Where could I put one here? Will that help? Nope, that didn't do a thing. Not what I was hoping for anyway. I guess I have to join it up a little further. Alright. Then that one there. That. This. And then back on. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, I think it's going better now. Go ahead and try and get the rest of these upgraded. Yeah, the underground ones seem to be the one that really chews them up. Like, look at that. 30 I had to make just for one? It costs 40 to make one. Did I have anything up here making belts? Or making gears? Nope, not a thing. Not a single thing. Alright. Yep. And I'm getting hung up on everything. That's all keeping up just fine. That's going good. I have the plastic. I'm gonna route these on yellows, I guess, for now. Like a dead zone right here. I'll route these up through here, actually. That's a good spot for them. Lava is a free resource. Calcite is nothing. Very easy. Just need foundries. True. Just add more foundry. If you think you have enough foundry, you don't. Okay, I'm gonna pick these up now. And build a more proper solution for this. Suppose I should just kind of set up a toolbar with just belts on it at some point. I guess you just rebuild one of these ones as that. But I feel like I only really ever want to use the belt that I have the fastest of, unless I have to use something else. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to put all of them on one row. And I'm out of power again. So what's happening when I'm losing power? Okay, the steam turbines are not running at full. That to me is implying I'm running out of steam then. Yeah, go figure. Yeah. Am I running out of steam? How many can I run off one of these? So this should make 2,000 per second. And it has 11,000 waiting. Did they come... Did I accidentally disconnect them, maybe? Oh. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's what happened. It helps when you don't accidentally disconnect things. Constantly. There we go. That's what happened. The toolbar thing is in the options, in your settings. Under interface? Here. The shortcut bar rows, I think, is these ones. And the quick bars is these ones. And you can set them between 1 to 4. Steam turbines make you 60 a second, then you make 2K a second. Oh, so I should be able to handle a ton of those off of one. I shouldn't even be a concern then. So it was just a disconnected power source. So that's good at least. Nothing major. What was the other part I needed here? Plastic. Yeah, I know that's not the right belt. Maybe I'll at least place it here. Alright, then that... Nope, that's completely wrong. Other way. And now we have red circuit. There. Red circuit complete. Whew, now for the blue ones. Yep. At least sulfuric acid's easy to get here. That's a nice thing. I know I'll need more than these. I'm just getting it all started. Because I'll just copy paste and throw a ton in once I know I have enough. Let's see. I don't know how far away I want to make those. It's going to be able to output away from it. The ones it makes. And then it's going to be inputting to, how many does it use of each? 20 and 2. Okay, so that one's going to want to be closer. And the red one is going to be further. And then this one. Got it. All right, there's those. Will this work? I think that'll work. There, add some more. Okay, blue, and then I just gotta get some sulfuric acid over, and I'm good. I'll move these around later, I think. Okay, just hook it up to these ones. Nice, it reaches. Did it. No, whoops. Almost did it. Not quite. Now I did it. All right, now we got blue. Okay, that's all 3 circuits. That didn't take too long. I'm gonna want to build a fair few more of them. I think right now I do kind of gotta wait until I can produce more red belts. So let's go ahead and start upgrading some of these. Oops, I need to actually rebuild the thing that I was doing. One of the rocket parts done. Well, it's at least one. I'll set this in here. Yeah, the gears definitely get chewed through really quick here. And the wire. I kind of really like that they allow you to just skip the early building for these and let you make them direct. I think that's a really nice feature. I'm almost wondering, because of how quickly they come out, am I better off building these too wide to keep up with it? Because it produces... This is 2 iron plate for a 3.2 crafting time. That don't make sense. I'm watching it right now. That weren't no 3 seconds. That's not 3 seconds. I don't know what they're talking about then. Yeah, I'm wondering if it would be better to just set them up with 2 or 3 on it. Because I'm not even close to emptying this thing. You know what, I'm gonna try 3. 3 gives me an excuse to also keep it symmetrical. Well, it's doing something. I don't know if that's really explicitly what I want it doing, but it's doing something. I probably didn't need it to upgrade those ones, but it did. One foundry can fill up 1 red belt. Okay, it is struggling now, by the looks of it. So, I probably only really need maybe 2 on it. I think is possible there. So go ahead and set it on like that. There we go. I'll try it with the 2. I think that might be a good amount. Yep. That's empty in it. This might be too many of these for it, though. Yeah, they're not even getting a chance to reach there. Maybe it's a problem of I need to build another one. Put another foundry down. No, the proper solution would be to use the splitter and merge it. There. Will that help? Come on, reach the end. Come on. One of you, please. You can do it. Yay. It worked. One copper foundry is enough for 2 or 3 green circuit makers. One wire copper foundry. Okay. I have 8. That might be a bit too many then. I might be overdoing it there. Alright, I'm gonna have to learn some of these numbers then attached to them, because they're requiring a bit more. Double belt. Actually, if I'm gonna double belt it, there's a better way to do this. Will require, I gotta shrink this out a little bit. Because I attach it to this portion instead, and then another one right there. There. That might help. It did saturate it. Yay, it's working. Yeah, ate all my wire. Oops, I gotta hook this back up. I broke everything. Now I haven't fixed it. Oh. This I can probably upgrade. Not much issue. Upgrade enough. Not too bad. Can he reach it? Nope, just some of them. Not all of them. Alright, plastic is back on the menu. Microplastics for everyone. Please enjoy your cod salad. Oh, that's funny. Perfect amount. Calcite right between them. 4 spaces between. Alright, I have circuits. I might want to bring my rocket silo down in this way. Maybe even the cargo landing pad. I only set it up here originally because that's where I landed, was around there. You can cram it over here in the corner. Put the blue circuits into a box. That's a good idea. You're correct there. More box equal more good. All right. The next thing I wanted to do was make a dedicated way for producing the belts that I need. I'm going to assume this one I'm going to tear through as well and just go ahead and set it up with multiple lines. Alright, foundry. It needs to be... It's that one. Which takes those two... What do the other ones take? It takes that and that. And that one takes that, and that. I gotta be able to produce all of those parts here. So I need to move that further up. I'm gonna cut across here. Wait, I will need those. Okay, so I need... The max is going to be 4 parts that go into this. Well, there's 4 lines coming in, because I need to worry about the gears. The gears are also used by the Reds for everything. Is there a way for me to organize this? Well, no, I've got 2 lines of gears. Just don't even think about that then. Just do it that way. Don't overcomplicate it, just do it. Alright. So that one's coming through. I'm gonna have this one on here first. And the other 2 parts require the other thing, so I'm gonna have to take out of here and put onto a belt. So then the other ones can grab it to make those. Okay. Oh, come on. Make it work is the name of the game. I think I just need to move this. Alright, moving this, because it's completely in my way. Picking this all up again and redoing it. Oh boy. Okay. This again. So the total parts I need are going to be iron plates, iron gears, and the belt itself. And that covers everything. Okay. So gears actually come out there. So I need to get the iron over there. Okay, there's that piece. Alright. Don't care if they're in the right spots yet. I usually just pull them all off in one bundle and then wire them out where they need to go. It's the typical way I approach it. And the other thing I kind of learned from these was I should probably put 2 of these on it. And that one's going too slow. So that's my current bottleneck with that one. I might need to change this over to also be iron by the looks of it. Very possible. I might just be able to kind of throw one in right here. Yeah, it kind of can. It's completely terrible, but I'm gonna see how it goes. Alright, there's that. Okay. It'll help a little bit. And only the first one needs the gears. Okay. I'm just gonna focus on having it do the yellows first. I'm racking my brain trying to do it a different way and overcomplicating it. I don't need to do that. Okay, first one's first is that. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I got an idea. I can do this and leave a one wide gap, do the belts in the center, and then do the other two on the sides. That gives me a way to feed it without having to route the belts to somewhere else yet. That one use that? That one use that? Yep, and that one uses that. Okay, so they all use that. Only that one uses the gears. That one only uses belt. This one needs to route around to the top here for this. There we go. And I'm going to continue using more of these sorters, I think. Alright, and then just to hook up the other parts. I need some more of those chests. Yep, there we go. Okay, time to power it up. Can I hit the whole thing with a substation? Oh, nice, I can. Sweet. It is outside the logistic network, but that don't really matter right now. No, stop that. I'm not doing that. I'll just go grab some. Okay, there we go. Actually, if I route these around a little bit, I could probably pull direct from these for the next ones. Oh yeah, I totally could. Oh, 100%. Yep, I just got to be a little clever. Actually, I'm going to change how I'm routing this and go down instead. Instead of having to keep trying to run it upwards. Yeah, I know I'm out of them. Yeah, just make one. Cool. See? It was fine. You're fine. Don't think that one is going to reach. That might be too far. Although I think it usually tells you if it is. Did that work? It did. It did work. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna hook this one back up. Steel is going. I have 3 more foundries here. Okay, offset them by 1, I guess. Uh-huh. These freaking cliffs. Alright, it's gonna be this one. And that one. And that one. Alright, got him. So this one needs gears, also gears, also gears. These must be them Gears of Wars they've been talking about. Oh wait, that franchise is dead. Didn't it get shut down? I feel like it did. Or at least the last game that they did was so mediocre nobody cares anymore. I think Microsoft's just kind of giving up at this point is what it feels like. I'm waiting for them to just shutter the entire Xbox division. Oh, true. Make sure to limit how many of the yellows it does. Because it doesn't need a lot if it's just using them to make other things. I'm going to set it like that. Are they releasing another one, Shroon? I wouldn't know. I haven't actually had an Xbox since the 360. I haven't actually even bought a console since PlayStation 3. I pretty much switched over to computer gaming after that. I was always computer gaming anyway. Half the reason I would buy those was for the entertainment center sort of things that they could do, like play Blu-rays, things like that. But nowadays, you can just use a computer to do all that. There might be. I'm trying to remember what was the last one I played. I remember Coltrane, but I don't remember how long ago that was, or if that might have even been the first one. Oh, they're remastering it. Okay, that might be a good way for them to start and reinvigorate interest in it. Yep, it's like as those machines have become closer and closer to computers, it feels like there's less and less reason to get them. In fact, all of the controllers now for the modern systems all work with a PC. And a ton of games now will even switch the icons to match what you're using. I don't know about any that will switch it for the Nintendo Switch, but I believe there are a couple that do. Not a ton, but you can. Because you can even use that. The only place I'd ever bother to use that, though, would be like an emulator or something if I bothered setting one up. The only reason I've even thought of doing that was I wouldn't mind streaming some Pikmin, because I want to try speedrunning it. You never liked the original Xbox console, mainly because of the controller. You talking about the old Fat Boy one? The giant one that they made, that they then replaced with the Japanese version? That is now the de facto Xbox controller across everything. God, I don't know. Like, I know what they were thinking with the first one. And because, like, my dad has, like, gigantic hands. And that controller was one of the few he ever used and was just like, wow, this actually fits. Yeah, the small controller they ended up coming out with was really a huge step forward for all controllers. Like, it kind of set a new standard and everybody copied it. It was that good. The only people that didn't copy it was Sony. Everybody else did, though. Even Nintendo copied it. Yeah, the gigantic controller. I knew a couple people that really liked it, but mostly it was because they had gigantic hands. And so anything smaller than that was really hard for them to use comfortably. I think the last controller my dad ended up using that he felt any amount of comfort with like that was probably the old N64 controller. And that thing is a monster in its own right. User interface design is a big thing I'm interested in and would love to learn more about. Oh, really? I've seen the PlayStation 5 controller, I think, but I can kind of agree that they hit a sweet spot around the PS4 era. Because that was after the 6-axis controller, wasn't it? And when they started adding the touch interface to them. Because 6-axis, I believe, was the PlayStation 3. And before that was, well, it was just the DualShock that had the analog buttons. I don't know what in the world they were thinking with that. All I remember was every controller I ever used in the future, if the owner of it had Grand Theft Auto, those analog buttons were busted. Because you want things to go faster, and because it's analog, you need to ram that thing right into your controller to get it to go. You like the PS5 controller because it's way easier to hook up to a computer, but the main button for it broke so easily. Oh. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I use, what controller am I using right now? I think I have an Xbox One controller that I use for a lot of games. I don't even own an Xbox One. I have no intention of ever owning one or anything like that. But I still buy the controllers. Because they work really well on PC. And a lot of games just support it straight out the box. Oh, that got lucky. I wasn't even thinking. The substation hit all of it. That is really lucky. I didn't even plan that. Alright, this one is still missing one piece right there. And good. Alright. Now that will slowly accumulate these for me. I don't want it to make too many of them. That one I do want it to make too many of. Yep. I get being used to the PlayStation controller. PlayStation was my console of choice growing up. So I went through all of them up to the PlayStation 3. I had a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and then the PlayStation 3. I never ended up going to 4, though. By then, I was mostly moving towards PC. The other weird one I had was I had a Dreamcast. And I still have it. I want to hook it up sometime and stream it, because I think that'd be pretty silly. Because, oh boy, was that thing just a weird, weird system. But one of the things I loved about Sony was they were always experimenting with hardware. It was one of the... I think it might have been the first console to come with a network connection. There were a lot of other ones that you could get adapters for, like the PlayStation 2 had an adapter you could buy for Final Fantasy XI to play online, I think it was. But that required you purchasing a separate attachment. The Dreamcast came standard with something to do it. Is there even a game worth streaming on that console? Now, that's a good question. Maybe. There's a couple oddities in there that are interesting in their own right to observe and look at, but in terms of the good games from that console, they've all been ported to better systems by now. Like, hold on, let me check. I got DAC right here. Enmu, the original. Ooh, I have Gundam Side Story 0079. That's a rare one, actually. That could be a fun one to do. That's one I really enjoyed playing as a kid. It was a first-person Gundam game, but from like the perspective of a regular mobile suit pilot. And I think by the end of the game, you get upgraded to like one of the RG-78s. I have Spawn as well. That was a weird one. Yeah, there's a couple in there that are strange that I think would be interesting to show off. Nice. I remember the little 13-inch CRTs. I had one that I played my Sega on a lot, my old Genesis. Well, let's see here. Well. This is going pretty good. I think it's time to send a big upgrade over it all. Upgrade. There. Man, I can actually probably get rid of a lot of these now. I don't need those to be that. And I should probably set it. Make sure I stay stocked on things. That'll be good. Oh yeah, the old Sega Channel thing. There was all kinds of cool stuff they experimented with. Man, the 90s, 2000s were really the era of experimentation, and now we're just in the era of cost-cutting and making it garbage. Disappointing. Yeah, there was a glorious period of time where nobody else really understood how it worked, and so the business side of people weren't really interested in it, and that kept them away from screwing it up. And then the mobile market happened, and then Candy Crush happened, and now we're dealing with online service games. Games as a service, all of this garbage they keep throwing at us. When all we really want is a game we buy once, and then we can play forever. Like this. Like this. I could play this for 1,000 fucking years. No, if this was through, like, EA or something... Oh, to unlock red belts, pay $5 for DLC. Yeah, sure. Even better, if you're not paying a subscription, the belts will randomly change back to yellows. Uh-huh. Games are not and should never be a service. They are a product. If I'm paying for a service in regards to a game, it should be about the facilitation of the game I already own. An example I could use is, like, say, going to play laser tag or something like that. And I go to pay for a service there to allow me to use their facilities to play laser tag. If I had my own equipment, I could bring my own equipment, whatever. It's kind of like airsoft. It might be a better example in the modern age. But the service there that they provide is access to that multiplayer environment. But if I want to, I can still go out in my backyard and just use what I already have. I can go out into the woods with a group of friends and run a dedicated server and just play. Like, the only reason to ever do that to these things is to purposefully try and force more value out of them. There is nothing to be gained from it otherwise. It's just pure greed. That's it. And there should never be any respect for greed like that at all. Like, you should be immediately met with a disdain that just makes them feel horrible. And if that don't work, there are other methods. LAN games and bringing your computer around. Yeah, I remember having to do that. That was a lot. It was a lot of fun, though. I remember setting up Battlefield 1942 LAN servers and things like that. Ton of fun. But I think what's going to happen, what we're going to see more likely in any sort of game crash that is coming, is the same thing we've seen happen a few other times. The big companies honestly don't know what they're doing. They have completely lost the plot as to what matters when it comes to making games. And it's going to eventually lead to their destruction, which is good. We shouldn't support companies that continue to do crap like that anyway. And then you've got the smaller studios that are still very much run by developers that have not had, you know, vulture capitalists come in and screw it over, that they will produce games people actually like and want to get more of. And then they make a ton of money. Problem there is then there's a ton of money there, and then the vultures come out of the woodwork. And everybody wants their share of it. And it requires a business owner with a very clear vision and mindset to prevent the game from succumbing to that. That's why people like the creators of Factorio are so important, that they have kept away from such things. And so look what happened to Kerbal Space Program. The mess that has turned into ever since it got purchased. Like, it's a mess. There's no redeeming that system anymore. But yeah, I'm not holding out any sort of hope for any big company game in the future. I don't care what it is, who it's from, of any way. If there is a huge budget behind it, chances are it is going to be monetized to hell and back. And anything to actually keep you in the game is going to be so surface level shallow that it would be more of an insult to anybody with a brain. Yeah, Subnautica 2's in trouble. Honestly, the one that I'm waiting to see what happens is GTA 6. GTA 6 is going to be the one that makes or breaks the entire AAA video game industry. If that game flops, the industry will collapse. I can almost guarantee that. There is too much money behind it. It is too big of an IP. If it fails, things will not go good. Yes, they are. They make the biggest money over and over, hand over fist, every year, but the gravy train can only run so long. Eventually, all those things come crashing down. Especially once people become strapped for cash and they start actually examining what they're spending their money on. You know, it's easy to toss money at a COD game that you've played over and over again when you've got a little bit of extra cash running through. And don't feel bad about, well, it wasn't great, but I got to play with my friends, and I had a little extra money anyway. The minute that starts drying up because everything else is increasing in prices, people are going to get a lot more critical about this stuff. I really hope Rockstar does, but it's not Rockstar I'm worried about. It's the company that owns them. They're the ones I'm worried about. Because they're the reason GTA 5 even got shark cards in the first place. They're the reason for the massive amount of monetization that has happened in the lifespan of GTA 5. Like, I remember GTA 5 when it first released, it had none of that stuff. And the prices and stuff were much more reasonable. And then their publisher got involved. So, Rockstar, I believe, could still make a good game. It's not them I'm worried about. It's the one holding the purse for them. The one that's saying, hey, maybe we could change that and keep that one out and charge $50 for it later. That's a good idea, staying away from multiplayer in that. It's pretty buggy and broken anyway. I think I've had maybe half recent matches I've ever tried to play where there wasn't a hacker in there. Whew. Anyway, it's actually getting really late here. It's 1 a.m. now. I gotta get to bed for the night soon. And I am so happy with how far I've gotten here tonight. I hate shareholders. I'm just gonna straight up say that. I hate shareholders and investors. They're some of the scummiest, worst people I've ever met in my life. I've had the opportunity to meet those sort of high-ranking corporate people before, and just the way they think about the world are not the kind of people I want to live with in the same world. I don't want them anywhere around me. Their mentality is so completely toxic. It's just messed up. Yeah, I definitely got real strong opinions on that stuff. I could go for hours about it, but I don't have the time tonight for it. So thank you everybody so much for joining. I hope that you all had a good time. This has been really good. I've gotten a lot further than I thought I was going to. And I can't wait to get a little bit further. I actually have tomorrow off, so I might be able to play a little bit earlier in the day, which would be good. I'd maybe do a good solid 6-hour session and try to expand into worm territory. But we'll see. Well, once again, thank you everybody. And so I hope to see everybody tomorrow. So until then, take care everyone, and goodbye. The bee looks like he has a giant orange afro right now, and it's very funny.